welcome back to the neighborhood. You guys, I just got something new that I want to test out. You guys know that I have been doing diva heads lately, okay? And I have been using chipboard as well as cardboard. And now I am going to attempt to cut out, this is called popular wood. I'm going to attempt to cut out two diva heads, y'all. This is a 8-inch and a 6-inch that I am going to try and cut out. Now, I have ordered from Amazon this rotary tool. It states it does everything you need it to do. So, y'all, I want y'all to come with me. And I have not opened it yet. I just took it out the pack. And before I open it, I said, let me go ahead and do a video. Okay. Y'all see that, right? It's the rotary tool kit. RTK-107. And it's called a Populu. At least that's how I pronounce it, Populu. Okay. So, opening it up. Comes with a nice little case, you guys. Got a case to go with it. Okay. Here we go. We're going to open it up and see what's in it. Alright. I think this is, cut that off, yeah. And I'm going to pull y'all down as far as possible. Okay. And, you know, I went online to order a couple of these diva heads. And by the time you actually order these diva heads, you're going to be out a lot of money. Okay. Y'all see how I'm looking at it, right? Because I don't know what I'm looking at. I just went on Amazon and said that I wanted to order a rotary cutter to cut wood. And then that I did not know what I was doing or what I was trying to do, you guys. I got and it's not the cheapest one on there. It's a mid-grade, I'm assuming. But I went in Home Depot and I also checked out how much they will cost at Home Depot. And this one was significantly low. Okay? Lower than Home Depot. I think the cheapest one they got at Home Depot is by Dremel. Or they call them Dremels. But now I don't know how to work this. Don't know the first thing about this, you guys. So I'm going to have to read up on it. And y'all gonna have to come with me. They said read before you start doing anything. Some of us, like me, just like to pick up a tool and just start using it. Don't even read it. Just figure it out as you go. Alright. It's a 107-piece rotary tool kit, as the book say. And it got all these parts here. You know. What these parts are, I don't know yet. Okay. Okay. They usually have a breakdown of what each tool is. Let's see, can we find that breakdown in this little book? And when I say little book, I mean small writing. Okay? You need a magnifying glass to read this, you guys. Come on now. Alright, one is the, okay, which is this, is the collet nut. 2, which is this part right here. That's your shaft collar. Let's see. And this little lock here is your spindle lock button. And 4 is right here, which is your accessible brushes. Okay, all I see is a little hole. Okay, so I'm assuming you could put something in there. We gonna figure it out. 5, which is your veritable speed dial right there. 6 is your, ooh child, where's 6 at? Oh, here goes 6 right here, which is your on and off switch. 7, which is this little thingy here, is your hanging ring, and 8 is the power cord. Alrighty then, let's see. We done went through the tool right here. Let's see the parts of it. Let me see. This long hose, it says 9. It's the hose itself, the flexible shaft. 10 is these little, ooh child. This right here is the collet nut. 11 is the lock hole right there. That's the spindle lock hole. And 12, which is the, do I got it backwards? Nope. 12. Oh, it is actually this piece right here. It's the fitting collar. That is 12. That's the other end of it. So, okay, that's the other end of whatever you screwing in there. Y'all see that, right? So we done went through this little cord right here. Alrighty. We'll figure out what that do. Okay. 13 is this little tool right here, but it's the little nut right there. That's the screw. Okay. Cutting guide, and this is this little right here. Okay. Let me see. So, let me see. I guess this, oh, it's inside here. See the little cutting guide that's inside of there. Okay. This is the fitting collar, which is up top right here. That's the fitting collar. And 16 is this little tool, which is your blade sharpener attachment. Blade sharpener attachment. Okay then. Okay, we done went through the whole list. Let's see what they do then. Alrighty then. Press and hold the spindle right there. Changing accessories. Oh, press and hold this. Y'all, y'all working with me now. Press and hold that. And then screw the collet nut. Screw the, oh, okay. Okay, so that makes that screw. It says unscrew the collet nut and remove the, remove it completely. Okay. Remove it completely. We moving it out the way. Alrighty then. That's the nut. Okay, let me see. With a supply wrench. Well, I ain't got no supply wrench now. Thought I ain't even looking here. Oh, I see the wrench in there, y'all. Okay, it's simple enough, but you could have turned that with your finger. Okay. Select the suitable collet for the accessory. Use and insert the cover. Alright. So, lightly tighten the collet nut so it always stays in place. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so what if I want to use this? Okay. I want to use the cutting tool. Okay. Yeah, and this, oh, that's the guide. See it? Okay, you slide it up and down. Alright then. Now what if I want to cut? Y'all, I just want to get to the cutting because this is a grinder. It's a sand. You got what? A sanding, a cutting and sanding disc. These are the tools, you guys. Okay. And let me see. That's a wrench in there. This the wrench I should have used to take that off, but it wasn't tight enough to use that. Okay. Now. Alright, guys. Give me a minute. Whoop, my camera finna fall over. Give me a minute, you guys. Okay, you guys. I had to fix my camera. And I had to figure out what I was doing before I came in and showed y'all what I was doing. Okay. Alright. This rotary drill. I'm using the flex, and I was just testing out all the tools that came with it. And you know, as well as trying to read up on the book and see what some of this stuff was called. Okay? And for someone like me that has never used this type of tool, you guys, it is pretty easy. I have also been using this scrap piece of wood. See that, you guys? To cut around to see what each thing does or whatnot. Done learn how to use the tool in and out, okay? And if I can do it, then you should be able to. But you guys, it's a good tool, if I have to say so. No, this is not sponsored, you guys, but I can put the link up if y'all want to see it. Or if y'all want to order it, if y'all want to check it out, I can put the link up to this post here. You get a whole lot of felt tools. Well, let me see. Can I show y'all? And this is the book right here with everything in it. The felt, they call felt wheels. Okay. And they feel scratchy like sandpaper on the top, and they feel like felt on the back. And it says they're used for bringing metal surfaces to a smooth finish. And you get a whole little packet or a case of these. Okay. As far as this, this right here is your diamond cutter tool right there. Yeah, I've been using that one. But this right here, you guys, it works better on the flex tool, on the flex hose or the flex tool right here, because you got more control and you can hold it better, and you can do the intricate details if you wanted to, you know, by using this versus holding this big thing right here and trying to do it. But let me warn you guys, this flex tool does get hot right through there. So you might want to, the speed makes it hot, and what you're doing makes it hot to hold. But this is the perfect way, or the perfect thing to do those intricate details with. How you take this off, we finna take this tool off. It's locked in. It's a little tool that comes with this, look like a little furniture piece, y'all, and I was doing it wrong for a minute. You stand it up, you take this, and you're gonna have to use this little locking tool each time you put a tool on. That is how you take it off here. Okay. Okay, I'm locking it in. This to lock it in. And once it's locked in, you can screw it off. Screw this off, you guys. And then you can screw that up. And then you can choose to put any tool in here. As long as this is in there, you can close it up. Use this right here and lock it down. And then you can literally, you can take this out once you lock it down. Turn your tool on. Make sure you got goggles, y'all. And then you can actually, see what I'm doing? You can actually trace this stuff or trace your design. Or you can even write stuff, you know, like, just say if you want to do a big welcome sign. And if you got a pretty handwriting, you can do that. See how I did that? I hope y'all can see that. So, pretty much, it is a pretty good tool to have. If you are like me and you're a crafter, it is a pretty good tool to have to, it says you can do plastic. I don't have any plastic to show you guys how to do it, but it says you can do plastic and you can do other things. And this piece of, this fiberglass cutting wheel, this is what this is. And this, it says it's a disc, like an emery of fiberglass used to, child is writing, it's so small. Used to slicing and cutting applications. Use them for cutting off frozen boat heads, nuts, or whatnot. So you get maybe like, I got 6 of these, I do think. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 of them in here. Okay. And then the next ones we have is actually the let's see, y'all, all this right here. I don't want to go through all this because I don't want to make the video long. These right here can be used for polishing, grinding, sanding, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 of the pink ones that you can use for sanding, polishing, grinding, whatever you need it for. But it's 10 of these for different things or different material that you feel that you want to use them with. You can use it, okay? These right here, this tool right here is for your sanding bands, they call them. Slide that on your sanding bands right there. And it's a bigger one in here too. These are for your smaller ones. I got a bigger one of these in there that you can slide this on. And you put it on the, yeah, it's a bigger one in here. For that. See, this your bigger one right there. And you push that in there, slide it in there. Put that on your wheel. And you can go to work. And y'all, I'm just going through to show y'all what I can do, what I have mastered. This tool right here. At first, it took a minute to figure out what I was trying to do. It got a little nut that you can screw off on the top. And that is how you get your, see, that is how you get your wheel on. See that? Take that off. Put that back in there. And then screw that little screw back in there. Y'all see that, right? Screw it back in there. And this is what this is a wheel holder. You got your wheel holder right here. What do they call it? I call it a wheel holder. Y'all, I'm going by and giving these things different names. Okay, they call it let me see where it's at. A mandrel. and it says it's hold your cutting wheel, sanding disc can be fitted on there. You just have to take this off of it. Okay, put that in there. And this one right here, it is known as your shank, which screws into the felt polishing tip wheel, which is these right here. They just pure felt, and they come in different sizes. I got a small, I got a large one, and then you got a medium one. Well, that's 2 smalls and 2 big ones, or you could say they medium ones. Okay, let's see. Alrighty then. And use with sanding bands. Okay. Y'all saw the wrench. Y'all saw the sanding bands. Sanding discs. Y'all saw those. The diamond coated bit, which is this the one right here. And this thing, and it says I'm supposed to have 2, but I don't have but just 1. Maybe I need to tell them, hey, I ain't get all my equipment. Made for intricate work on ceramics. You can use this on ceramics. You can use it on wood carvings, jewelry, and scrimshaw. Whatever that is, available in a wide variety of shapes and sizes. So I'm assuming if you want more of these, you can order them in different shapes and sizes. But I ain't get but 1, and I'm looking for my number 2. They owe me. Yeah, they owe me another one. But yes, it's pretty good, if I have to say so myself. Once I figured out what I was doing, you guys, it didn't take long to figure out where this stuff go. I told you guys, I'm not one to read directions. I figure stuff out like that. That's just me. And to take your flex off, you got to hold this. This your locking press. Hold that down, screw it out. And it's a little flex rod that's in there that you use your, I'll put all my stuff up, use my little tool, unlock it, and take it out, pull out, put that back in there. Okay, so this is your flex tool, and each time you use this little thing got to come out, because it's a little hole in there, you guys. And you got to always remember to put your little key in there to lock and unlock this. Okay? Put all of that back in there. But I have gotten the hang of it, you guys. I thought I'd come in and share and leave a link so you guys can order one if y'all want one. And you guys, the one that I got was, let's see, the one that I got was, I'm gonna tell y'all the price of it. The one that I got, it was let me see, go to my orders. Okay. And I got this actually this morning, and it is called the Popular Rotary Tool Kit with the 107. Okay. Alrighty. I want to go back and see. I think I spent maybe like, how much this was? It is, you guys, right here. That's how much it was. And it was $23.97. By the time taxes, it was $25. And again, I told you guys I got the cheapest one because I didn't know if I was going to keep it, like it, or use it. Get what I'm saying? Then I haven't ever had a tool like this, to use a tool like this. So I pretty much, I got the hang of it, and it's a pretty good tool. you know, to use for what I want to use it for. And it shows you on here everything that you get with it. Which, let me see, I ain't get half of mine. I'm finna call them back and be like, hey, what's up? I ain't get my stuff. Y'all missing some stuff. Yeah, they missing some stuff. I'm only missing that one diamond tip because it says I'm supposed to have 2, but I only have 1. Okay. Alrighty then. So I thought I'd come in and share this with you guys and see what y'all thought about it. And the cord on it is pretty long. So if you was working outside, cause y'all, and even though they say you use safety glasses, and with some of the material that you use, you guys, you know you might have to put on a mask as well. But I didn't work like that. And screw that back on when you finish. But all in all, I just wanted to come in and share my new toy of what I got and how I figured out how to work it. So I came in to do a video for you guys. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. And if y'all like these videos that I'm doing, please subscribe to the channel. Y'all know y'all want to be my neighbor. Come on and be my neighbor. So we can gossip about business. Okay? Come on in. Come out the cold. Come have a glass of lemonade. Ladies, let's have a glass of wine and discuss. Okay? And with that, you guys, y'all stay blessed, stay faithful, stay humble, and most of all, you guys, be kind to everyone you meet. And if you must do something for anyone, please make sure you do it out of love. Okay? And with that, I am going to say peace. Y'all can see my peace, right? Peace.